All praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Shalom to the hopefully elect. All right, this video, I don't know exactly what I'm going to call it. I guess concerning Vocab Malone, he is obviously an agent and set up. Something like that. That dude is an agent. All right, so recently everybody, brothers is talking about this dude, Vocab Malone. He recently wound up at the GMS London Forecasters Camp. He came up on, rode up on these brothers, London Forecasters, right? Approached them at that camp, in their words, ambushed them, okay? And just real quick, somebody on the comment board made up an account on Apostle Hart's comment board to my why are these fools hiding? You dumb motherfucker, you don't know what you're talking about. The brothers ain't hiding. How the fuck they hiding when a nigga from the United States can go over to London and just find them? That shows you right there that they're not hidden. Just because you don't approve of their camp location, because you want them to be on the streets, where you want them to be in a particular location where everybody know where they at. All different kind of demons rolling up every other 5 minutes, stopping the ministry, interrupting and folly so you could be entertained. At the end of the day, fuck you fucking niggas, man. And that's just a former GMS dude or follower of the guys that formerly was in GMS. You motherfuckers can kiss where the sun don't shine, okay? And we don't care about you, and we're not here for your entertainment. As a matter of fact, I'm going to bring that scripture up. We're not here for nobody's entertainment. If you don't like what we preach, really ain't nothing you can do about it, okay? And I'm going to go a little further than what I was going to say. I believe also them dudes over there in London that used to be part of GMS, they may very well have been helping Vocab Malone. I'm going to say that, okay? Because he seemed to be, he seemed to know a lot. Anyway, this video is dealing with, I'm basically going into the fact that this dude, Vocab Malone, is obviously he's an agent. Now, this video was put up by Elder Apostle Hart the other day. GMS London calls the Bobbies, which is the cops on that devil Vocab Malone. And it takes more than an hour to come. That's also interesting, right? So the dude is getting help. He working for the other side, obviously. We've been knew that, but now you can see the proof clearly. And this is a video put about Salakia, the elder brother Karatazar. Damn it, man. From just bear with me here, because I'm having some technical difficulties. What's this shit doing, man?
On, while in defense.
Yeah, and I actually,
so when you look up that word against powers,
I actually clicked on, just watched a few minutes of the elder's video, which I already knew I wanted to do a video on this, but Elder Pastor Hart actually re-uploaded this brother's video on his channel too. Yeah, this thing is just acting all kind of stupid. So, he made a video. Heyman Malone is clearly intelligence at this point. Okay, so he's obviously an intelligence officer, because how the hell do you go all the way to a country that you're not familiar with and just find brothers like that? How do you do that? You go all the way over, and then the fact that you're willing to go overseas, and then right away the dude Abu has got the, he already got the footage, on his channel. So, those guys, we've been telling you for years, man, that obviously Vocab Malone, I mean, he really revealed himself. And I said that on when I went to the channel, the brother's video, on Yerumya's channel, and I made the comment, because this brother gave a testimony, lying Vocab Malone, snooping around London with a personal driver, and he was doing all kind of little devilish shit, and he was frustrated basically that he couldn't get what he wanted, and he's only over there to try to accuse brothers, to bring forth accusations against us. He ain't over there about no doctrine. He doesn't care about a doctrine.
This is
that's a cover. Okay, him saying he worrying about a doctrine, that's a cover. He's only trying to sniff around GMS because he's trying to accuse us. Okay. And he's getting help from the other side. He's set up, and he's clearly intelligent, like the elder brother said. And there should be no more talk about it. This is why the apostle said, if that fucking devil approach you, call the cops. Now, the London brothers called the cops, and it took more than an hour for them to come. Why? Why do you think that is? You know why it is. You people really believe, and it ain't got nothing to do with the doctrine, because Vocab Malone can't stop us. He done approached 12 or 13 different GMS camps already. And we constantly make videos against everything that he says going against the truth. He's no different than your average Christian. So it's not like ain't nobody running for no Vocab Malone. He's just trying to accuse us. He's going to bring up something. He's up to something. That devil got, at this point, this motherfucker might have a bomb strapped to him. Who knows? I'm going to read the scripture here. This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. It says, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing. Is Vocab Malone a false prophet? Yes. How does he come up like he cares so much? And the brother said in this video, this brother on the GMS Exalt the Most High, the brother that gave the testimony, Caleb, he said that Vocab Malone rolled the window down. He was sitting in a white car, parked, and he got a driver chauffeuring him around. He rolled the window down and said, God bless you, Caleb. Very accusatory. He want people to know that he knows who we are. We know you got dossiers on us. You know who every one of us is. We know that. Big deal. So what? Cram it up your ass. So yeah, he's a false prophet. And he comes in sheep's clothing. And the brother from Houston, Karab Abad, he gave a testimony on the comment board. He said the same thing happened to him. He said him and the brother was walking through Houston, right, with no garments on, and on their regular clothes. They hadn't been to camp yet, and Vocab Malone rolled past them and rolled the window down and said something to him, So he knew who they was without even having garments on. And them brothers are not like, it's not like, they're out front all that much. Other than being on the highways and hedges, that's not the brothers you just gonna just know like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this dude is obviously set up, man. And it's too obvious now. Matthew 7:15, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing. Sheep's clothing, when they do that, sheep is an animal of peace. So he's gonna appear like he's being peaceful, but inwardly he's a ravening wolf. Okay? But inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes or thorns, or figs or thistles? Let me read that again. You shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? Right. Do you get grapes off a thorn bush? Do you get figs from thistles? The answer is no. You're going to get grapes from a grape tree and figs from a fig tree, which clearly that's their fruit. So when you see the thorns and you see the thistles, then you know this is not a grape tree. This is not a fig tree. This is obviously thorns and thistles. And what did Vocab Malone show you? He's showing you that he's going overseas, trying to approach GMS. You won't go all the way overseas. And there was a video of him a while back. I don't know if I still got the video of him going all the way to goddamn. He went to San Diego. He was looking around for brothers. I don't know if I still got this video. Let's see if I do. So he's willing to go and search, right? Now, the thing about that is he didn't know that there wasn't a GMS San Diego. Yeah, this is it. He willing to go and search. He didn't know there wasn't a GMS San Diego, but that's just a game. I think he knew there was no GMS San Diego. Let's listen in a little bit here.
San Diego is supposed to be every Wednesday live. I am downtown San Diego. Right where GMS San Diego is supposed to be every Wednesday live. I don't see Chazak anywhere around though. Where you at? Right by the MTS. Post up right there. Every Wednesday. That spot right there. He posts up. You can even see the Pearlman in the videos. Right here on C Street. I don't see him. I've been here a while. He comes out at sunset every time. He should have been here. Looks like he's sitting in the house. Tahar's going to get mad. I'm going to tell Tahar you weren't out when you're supposed to be. Unless you can put up another video proving yourself that you was out sometime, man. GMS San Diego failing to keep a schedule. Failing to stay consistent. I don't see him, and I haven't seen him. Seen everybody else. Seen everybody else, so. Yeah, while David Wood and John McCrae and Tony Rogers are back at the nice Airbnb, here I am, downtown San Diego, right beside the Westin, right beside C Street, where Chazak GMS San Diego is supposed to be every Wednesday.
So you can see it there. Obviously, this fucking fathead serpent, he ain't gonna stop at nothing. And, you know, like we've been saying over the years, that no matter what you people out there try to say, you know damn well that unless you can get GMS, you ain't got shit. Because we the ones with the 100% truth. Right? We the ones with the 100% truth. So that damn devil, he gonna go all over the earth now. You can see he done went to London, all the way to London. You gonna go all to another country to confront these guys? How you just go over there and find brothers like that? And, you know, before I was saying you obviously have help. Right? Triangulating brothers' positions so you can go and find them and go up to them and, you know, shoot the shit and try to, you know what I'm saying? And brothers did an excellent job dealing with you, man. That was great to see from them brothers, but still aggravating just the fact that you coming around. And now, you know, only the devil gonna continue to come around. And I'm just gonna try to name off real quick all the GMS camps this fucking devil done been around. He went to New York. He was in front of the apostles, right? He went to GMS Dallas. Then got cut up. Went to GMS Chicago, GMS Houston, GMS Columbus, right? Just to name a few. GMS Houston. You see? And I'm sure there's others. I can't remember. GMS Phoenix in Arizona. So, you know, there's nothing going to change about what we teach. He's obviously not there about doctrine. He knows everything that we teach, backwards and forwards. He's doing that because why? For publicity, for clicks and views, and to accuse us. This is Matthew 7, because this doctrine is killing these fucking people, man. We told you. The truth, should we say. The truth. Let's see here. We're going to read these scriptures here. And, you know, I didn't have a whole lot to say about this, but we can always read scriptures about it, right? So let's continue on there. So you're going to know people by the things that they do. It's obvious this guy is set up and he's being helped, man. Back in Matthew chapter 7 and 16 again, it says, and let's go to the NLT just to give us some, see what we get out of it. So this is Matthew 7:15. Beware of false prophets who come disguised as harmless sheep, but are really vicious wolves. You can identify them by their fruit, that is, by the way they act. Can you pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? A good tree produces good fruit, and a bad tree produces bad fruit. A good tree can't produce bad fruit, and a bad tree can't produce good fruit. So every tree that does not produce good fruit is chopped down and thrown into the fire. Yeah, just as you can identify a tree by its fruit, so you can identify people by their actions. There you go. You can identify people by their actions. And when you go, just like another former GMS member showed up in London, with a guy that got kicked out or that left, he shows up in support of, and you know you can tell what's going on with that. Same way you can tell by this shit. You can tell by the behavior of individuals. And Vocab Malone, obviously, you don't care about the truth that much to go and confront men that you've already confronted 7 to 8, 10, 12 times over. Okay? This is Luke 20 and 20. And they watched him and sent forth spies. Now, the day that watched him was the chief priests and them, you know, wicked Pharisees and scribes. But in our time now, it's the enemies, the other side. And I wouldn't doubt, too, that you got Israelites that may be helping. Like I said, them dudes in London that was formerly the GMS or whatever, you know they probably helping. There's no amount of shit that they won't do. Dudes have taken money and they're helping the other side. We understand that. And they watched him and sent forth spies which should feign themselves just men, that they might take hold of his words, so that they might deliver him unto the power and authority of the governor. There you go. You got men that's doing that. They're pretending to be that, you know, that they care about the truth. Same way Vocab doing. He pretending like he cares so much about the Bible. Watching the days to come, he's going to be one of our main accusers. This is the NLT watching for their opportunity. The leaders sent spies pretending to be honest men. They tried to get Yahushua to say something that could be reported to the Roman governor so he would arrest Yahushua. Right. And notice all the hoopla and all of the the fanfare and the publicity that Bishop Nate, IUIC, and the other Israelites want and get. Sakari them, Genesis, you know, the other Israelite groups that are so commercial. You notice all the fuss they make But in the background, who are they worried about? They always want, in the back of their minds, they're always worried about GMS. Always. See, Vocab done been in front of every Israelite group, and ain't GMS included. Why would he now just not leave us alone? That's in the scriptures. He's not going to leave us alone because he has an agenda. This is Acts 17. And I'm going to go into verse 4. I'll just go right to the point. Now it says, and some of them believed and consorted with Paul and Silas, and of the devout Greeks a great multitude, and of the chief women not a few. But the Jews which believed not, moved with envy, you always got these niggas in the background, took unto them certain lewd fellows of the baser sort, and gathered a company, and set all the city on an uproar, and assaulted the house of Jason, and sought to bring them out to the people. And when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying, these that have turned the world upside down have come hither also. Right, these that have turned the world upside down have come hither also. Let's see what the translations may say. NLT, not finding them there, they dragged out Jason and some of the other believers instead and took them before the city council. Paul and Silas have caused trouble all over the world, they shouted, and now they're disturbing our city too. Right. Yep, absolutely. So you can't tell me, and don't forget, look, it ain't just Vocab Malone went in front of every Israelite group. It ain't just that. It's that we got brothers, and all the brothers make videos. All of us have made videos combating Christian doctrine, right? Going into it, breaking down the things, the errors that they bring forth. All of it. And they've heard it. We've asked this man questions. You see, we brought forth questions and asked him stuff. Asked him a list of questions, and he didn't answer them. See, they're not interested in doctrine. They're interested in trying to accuse us of some shit. And really, at the end of the day, man, this dude is almost like a damn groupie. He wishes he was an Israelite. He knows he's not. He knows this is the truth. Why are they doing all of that? They doing that over some guys that they don't think got the truth? Hell no. Ezekiel 33 and 30. For all you looky-loos out there who think that this is entertainment, that we got to be in a certain location to please you, like I said before, fuck you at the end of the day. Ezekiel 33 and 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and at the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. And, I'm bringing that up because, like I said, there was an individual that's on the comment board talking his shit. Let me see if I can find it here. I don't know if I can get the comment board, actually, because they changed stuff so much, Yeah, here it is. Right here. Somebody made up an account, JDJ. That's some shit you do in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? You don't really got nothing. Why these fools hiding in a park? Or why these fools in the park hiding? Now, I won't show my reply, but I actually put up Matthew 22 and 9 and told him, where's your camp at? Where's your mighty works? Here it is, you implicating brothers, or you accusing brothers, but you implicating your own self in your guilt. You saying they hiding, but they doing the work. You, on the other hand, you ain't doing the work at all. So you can just shut the hell up, man. But we know you people gonna say stuff. See, no matter what GMS does, there's always somebody there to accuse us of some shit. Wait till that spiritual power comes. Verse 31, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. And I gotta say, it's very suspicious that the police ain't gonna come for a whole damn hour. Brothers calling them, man. You see, that's terrible. A whole hour. Now, what if one of the brothers was hurt or sick? You mean to tell me we're not citizens? You ain't gonna come, and that's London. Their police force different than over here in Babylon. We expect that from these devil-ass crackers over here. But, they devils over there too, of course. But they're more, they're more moderate. They're more civilized over there in that part of the world, when it comes to shit like that. But in any event, it's all good. The police didn't come to a whole hour because why? These devils, they need footage. They're working together, man. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you should be able to clearly see that Vocab Malone is an agent and set up. And we've told you that before. If you never knew or saw it before, if you just thought he was a zealous Christian that just loved the truth so much, you should clearly be able to see now this guy is clearly a fucking pig. Okay? And that's it. That's it. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.